Hello and welcome to Infiltrator mode. And joining me today are the Reaver of Jill Sandwiches
Hello?
and Master G. Yeah, this is an interesting mode to play. There's not much dialogue.
Okay.
Cause,
You got the mod on you and Thor were working on?
yeah, I've had to turn the brightness up for you guys so you could actually see what's going on. And for the
Much
video to
appreciated.
record.
Yep.
Because otherwise it's really blue hued.
Ah.
It looks like he's had a rough day.
Say that.
Walk it off. Walk it off. Be alright. Although if he's a T800, I guess he can just walk it off.
Right. Okay. The nice thing about this, you can turn it on and off, so you can look at the environment.
That's pretty cool because then you can have like if you want to go like you're actually Terminator, you can do the red.
Yeah.
But then if you want to actually see what it looks like, you can just switch it.
Yeah.
Agreed, that is pretty sweet.
I liked what these two guys said. He's kicking that spider droid. And he was saying, nice night for a walk, eh? This one's normal. Oh, he died
Nice.
first time. Right, we've procured the weapon.
I know you mentioned there's a lot of Easter eggs in this little mode.
Yes, there is. And we will be finding them and the free secrets.
Sweet.
Whenever you come across a fallen comrade, search them because you get a repair kit.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
And the Skynet units normally update your intel as well on things. So that one's told us to go here to destroy a resistance food supply. We've got to stop them human breeding grounds from growing as a machine.
Pesky humans.
Ah, yes.
Always eating and breeding and
Yep.
making bad jokes.
Ruining the environment.
Making fidget spinners.
Yep. We've got to watch out for some snipers that like to hang. There's one.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
Got him. Now we can go take his weapon. He's got a Generation 1 plasma rifle sniper.
Ooh, that'd be helpful.
Because there's two generations of plasma weapons in this. There's ones that look like the movies and there's ones that don't look like the movies. The ones that look like the ones you see in the movies are the Gen 2. They're called in the game it says there's red plasma and then the Gen 2's the violet plasma. It's
Okay.
on the gun descripts. Which is which is pretty good, because it shows like a development line on the Skynet's weaponry.
Right.
Okay.
Nice attention to detail there.
Oh yes, I think these guys really loved the first two Terminator films because they went out of the way to make the universe look right, and they had a lot of improvement from that Rambo game they started out with. That was a total crap show, as they'd say.
They did a Rambo game?
Yes, before this.
Okay. Obviously, it sounds like it was not good.
No. We've got some fallen comrades. We will take their repair kits.
Well, they're not using them.
Nope. Their sacrifice is, what was it, the incoming Empire?
Their sacrifices will be honored in the coming empire.
Yes.
I've heard Jimmy say that multiple times on his videos. And eventually, when I get that far in Mass Effect 2, I'll actually get where you got that from.
Indeed. Oh yeah, he also has a torch.
Sweet.
This is not the weapon to be using up close, though. So it's a sniper. It's meant for long-range takedowns.
Well, you're a Terminator. Couldn't you just punch through the enemy's face?
You can, but don't forget they have plasma rifles, which are very effective against Terminators.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we're in the future now, so
Wasn't very effective against that Terminator that got in during that flashback in the first game for Kyle.
that was another infiltrator. I can tank a few hits from the plasma rifles, but not too many. There is a food area around here somewhere.
Well, save me a burger because I'll be hungry.
Yeah. So we have to destroy it. There it is.
Save me a burger first before you destroy it.
Oh yeah, I think it's mostly tin stuffed.
Burger.
Burger. It's down here somewhere. Barrels. I can go up. And I just fell through a hole.
Nice.
Yep. It's.
There you go.
I'm right on the dot. I'm right on the dot. I'm sure. Other times I found these straight away. I'm sure they're like invisible walls. Come on, game.
Ah,
Let's player's curse.
Yep.
You can do something right 100 times, but when you're let's playing it, that's when there's problems.
Oh yes. I can't remember where it is.
Almost sounded like Ty.
Yeah, I'm drawing the Titan power here. Oh. Okay. Oh no, it might have been in there. I know there was something down here last time. I think there was like a resistant camp. Welcome, beware. These are some assets we use from the main game as well for this. So you actually come here in the main campaign.
Oh, speaking of assets, this has nothing to do with this game, but I heard the DLC for Village is just reused environments from the main game.
It is.
yeah.
I was like, wow, and they're charging $20 for that.
Yep.
Sounds like Capcom wants to be called EA.
They're trying.
There were humans down here last time I came in here.
It would be kind of fun to run through a survival horror type atmosphere or game with an OP as fuck character like a Terminator or something along those lines.
Yeah. Yeah, last time I did the last one of this, I came down here, it was cram-packed full of humans. So I'm sure there's a little bit of randomness where they spawn the hideouts. But there was a pipe grenade, so it was worth it.
Well, that's always nice for replayability, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps it a bit random.
Yeah.
Some ammunition.
Has me wondering if Kratos from God of War rolled around through the Resident Evil Spencer mansion if he could be infected by the T-virus, since he is
Probably.
part demigod.
Probably not.
Kratos versus a tyrant.
That would be a short fight.
Yeah. Not in the tyrant's favour.
Yeah, that's not going to work out so well for him, given the enemies he's taken out.
Yeah, it's taken out literal titans.
Yeah.
Little to no effort. I like that little noise you get when you jump. And the servos going.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Where is that food? It should be around here. I don't know.
That would be funny. Wesker sending something against Kratos, and then Kratos just fucking like wrecks it, and just like, uh-oh.
Ow.
Like, yeah, you just made him angrier. That's all you did.
Right, we've made it back up here. Don't fall through
Meh.
the floor.
I'll send 5 tyrants after you.
Ah,
Gone 3 seconds.
it was here.
Ooh, sweet.
Exactly. He just keeps throwing stuff, and it's like, oh god, this isn't working. What do I do now?
And depending on what power sets you go with from which God of War game, Kratos versus RE5 Wesker would be interesting at least.
Yeah.
Ouroboros.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least Wesker has that teleportation thing he can do, which might at least allow him to dodge some attacks.
Yeah. Why am I
Yep.
getting lag?
I don't know.
I shouldn't be getting lag.
God, now I want a game where I get to beat up Wesker as Kratos.
Yeah, that'd be pretty boss.
Alright. Wesker versus Kratos. Alright, I've looked around there and I'll come back to that later. Ooh. Someone's trying to be sneaky.
He's like, hi there, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. And then you find him. Oh no.
There should be some humans around here.
Yep.
You know what? Yeah. As soon as he said it.
Scavengers.
And you know what they say, destroy all humans.
Right?
Or at least a video game from, I want to say it was the NES era. Said that at least. I'm not sure if it was NES or SNES. Can't remember. You're the game's librarian.
Destroy all humans. It wouldn't have been NES.
One I remember is like a 2005 one where you're an alien. That one was kind of enjoyable.
Okay.
It had its issues. They did a remaster of it where you're like tooling around in like the 1950s.
I remember that one.
Yeah. Get like an anal probe and stuff like that, and you use it and pop people's brains out, and that's
Oh,
the
nice.
currency used to buy upgrades and stuff. It was actually pretty good, like B-movie kind of video game.
It sounds like they had a sense of humor about it.
Oh, it did.
Nice.
That's always
And
good
then-
when a game can laugh at itself.
Oh yeah, it. But the thing is, they made some other sequels that weren't as good, so that was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I can see that. Well,
But like
sometimes. Sorry,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, sometimes a product is best just having one thing and not making a sequel.
Yeah, agreed.
Humans. There's a sniper about somewhere. Got him.
Nice.
Now, where you
Yeah, them snipers are lethal if they hit you.
Oof. Not great.
No. I wonder if because my video's processing, that's probably what's causing the lag.
If you're processing a video at the same time you're doing this, then yeah, that's probably what's causing it.
Well, it's uploading to YouTube, so...
Maybe not then. I thought maybe you were rendering a video.
No, I did the rendering. I just left it on the upload.
No, okay. Then yeah, that shouldn't do it.
Yes, it won't lag in overnight when I play this. So, yeah, I don't know. You do find Sarah Connor graffiti somewhere in this world map.
Okay.
Someone graffitied a picture of her. Any humans? Nope. If you think about it, that T-800 from the first movie, wasn't he like the last grasp of a dying race to save itself?
It'd be.
Because Reese says they lost the machines. Where? It says it's a Skynet unit round here. And they lost the war, so the Terminator sent the T-800 back to try stop them being extinct.
Maybe.
There it is.
It depends on what kind of desire to survive they had. Obviously, Skynet had the desire to survive,
Yeah.
given some of the stuff they talk about in T2.
Yes, because if you think about it, it was the humans that started the entire thing with the machines going against them, because they tried to kill Skynet. So Skynet defended itself in Johnny Wait New Out by launching the nukes against the humans that tried to kill it.
Well, they were trying to unplug it because it was getting too smart too quickly, or something along those lines.
Yeah, they're panicked. And when they tried to pull the plug, Skynet saw that they were trying to kill it, so it launched the nukes to defend itself.
Yeah.
Because it just
But
didn't
it launched the nukes against Russia, knowing that their counterattack would take out its enemies over in the States.
Yep. Because it didn't see humans as Russians, Chinese, Americans. It just saw us all the same.
Whole bunch of jerks.
Yep. We're coming up to the first secret. You'll like this one, Master G.
Oh.
Right, where? This one. Right, I want to come out here. And run along here. There should be another window entry. Not that one. This one. This is a really good weapon as well. And that says it was an inside job. And if you look here, the hand.
Ah, that's cool.
Oh, sweet.
That's a better plasma rifle, that one. Hold on.
I wish somebody would make a version of the first movie with at least some of the deleted scenes put back in. At least the one at the end of the movie, showing the Cyberdyne company.
Yeah, because that one was an important one.
That happens sometimes when you get movies and the editing process. You lose some important kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Resistance patrol neutralized.
Well, it's kind of important too because it's the only time I can think of where you actually see the term Cyberdyne in that first film. And of course, by the second movie, it's a very important company.
Yep, because of
so it's kind of cool to see that. Sorry, I was just going to say it's kind of cool to see that they already had the name picked out in the first movie.
Cyberdyne was already a thing. It was just a small robotics company.
Yeah.
Right, we found something here. We found one of the food supplies. See if they got any burgers. Oh, no, I didn't mean to repair. I went for the melee attack.
Oops.
Because the only problem is the melee button and the repair button are the same button.
That's really weird.
Yeah,
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
yeah, that one is bad.
Especially on PC when you have a whole keyboard to pick from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I am using a controller.
Fair, but still.
Even on a controller, there's like weird ways to. That's weird to bind it like that.
Yeah.
Because we're not using all the buttons on the controller, so I don't get it.
Oh, that's really strange then.
I
always hate the heal button. I understand why they have it in there so people can not break the immersion and they can just keep going. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I know if I have a heal button, I'm actually accidentally going to hit it while trying to do something else.
Yep.
Wasting my healing items because I couldn't just go through the menu like a normal game.
Yeah, that's quite annoying. There should be a food stash down here, but it's not showing up. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of annoying. There's a game called Silent Hill Homecoming, which, one, is not a very good game anyways, but it has this annoying... It kind of tries to be a little bit more modern, having like some quick weapon access, but also a little bit old school that it has menus for all this stuff. But it has this weird item and weapon wheel thing, and whatever your cursor's on when you exit that wheel is what it will use or equip. So if you accidentally have your cursor over the best healing item in the game and you're at full health, it's going to use it.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That can get quite annoying. Right, so
Yeah.
check us mission log. Right, we've totally wrecked the resistance food supplies. There were only 2 of them.
Sounds like they weren't eating very well anyways.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
How about rat?
Bunch of canned peaches and canned green beans.
Yeah, whatever you can get your hands on. Scavenger hideout.
Probably some McDonald's in there too, because I'm sure that stuff still has the same consistency during this time period as it would have had in the 80s. Or I guess this was what, 97 when the apocalypse happened.
Yeah. Funny thing you should mention McDonald's. That's basically what James Cameron lived off while making Terminator 1. So he used to get these 2-for-1 Big Mac burgers and he'd eat one. And then save one for the next day.
Oh wow. That could not have been good for his health.
Nope.
No.
Yuck.
I mean, I'm sure they were better quality back in the 80s, but probably not by much.
Yeah.
I just feel sick thinking about eating cold, old burgers from the day before.
Oh, I wouldn't do it, no.
Anyone up here? Ah, we found some more notes. Nice thing about a Terminator, you don't get fall damage.
That's good.
No.
Shock at
I remember Siphon Filter.
Oh, yes. Alright, there's
The worst thing with that game was not that it had fall damage, but it was inconsistent with its fall damage.
This will kill you. This won't kill you. Okay.
It sounds so simple, but like there are some games that don't effectively communicate that, and that's where frustration happens.
Yeah. No, I got one. I've been playing Silent Hill 3. I don't know if this is an easy combat difficulty thing, or if it's just part of the mechanics. But, Chris, you might remember this because I was test playing some parts of the game while streaming on Discord while we were talking one day.
Yeah.
And there was a door I kept trying to go into, and she kept walking away from it. And I'm like, I know tank controls aren't the most intuitive, but I've been playing tank controls for over 20 years. I know how to operate a tank controlled game. I'm like, what in the heck is going on here? And I paid more attention as I was playing the game, and the problem is if I had a weapon equipped, she would try to target an enemy, and that was keeping her from going to the door, like her character model was bugging out or something. And I'm sitting here like...
It was being well awkward, that. I don't know what was going on there. I don't know if it was a glitch in the emulation.
Well, no, just what I said happened. She was trying to target the enemy instead of go through the door.
Ooh.
And I'm not sure why she was doing that.
I saw you
Would really screw you over if you're trying to get away from an enemy. That's...
Yes. Because I was playing a section today where I had to run into a room, grab an item, and run out, and I kept doing it, and luckily I have save states, but I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, I can't just run in there and grab that because she's going to target the enemy. Let me unequip the gun and run in there.
See, that's the weird thing, that as you get like older and play more games, you start getting and picking up on those design decisions, and you're like, wait a minute, am I doing something wrong, or is there something that's going on with the game that is messing with me? And sometimes you like pick up on that. It's like, well, this is how it's designed, and you don't even understand it because it's not communicated properly. Like her targeting enemies because you got a weapon out.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole time.
See, we've got the 45 long slide there with the laser sighting.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
And we've got an Uzi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Weapons from the first film.
Yep. And I have that one.
Yeah, I know Silent Hill 1 and 2 didn't have that. So I don't know if it was an easy mode thing, but I don't know how that makes it easier when it actually makes it harder. And I played both of those games on easy as well, so I'm not sure why they would add that feature.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if maybe it was an emulator glitch, but I kind of don't think it is.
There we go.
It does I do understand how to be like, oh, this will make it easier for the players, but that's... You need to put yourself in the mindset of the player with that kind of thing to truly get it. And you're like, oh god, this is making more problems than it's solving.
Yeah. It's like, I'm clearly running for a door that I want to go through. Does not mean, hey, target this enemy to try to fight them.
Yeah, Heather.
Especially if you're trying to save ammo. Yeah. So yeah, that's something I learned yesterday.
Yeah.
Now, for the most part, playing the game, it hasn't really screwed me over. But when it does, oh boy.
Exactly. That's where frustration really happens. Like, if you're playing it and you're good, and then out of nowhere something happens, and then you get really screwed, that's where you're like, that'll build up, and you're like, okay, there's a rage quit moment waiting to happen.
Yeah. I like Silent Hill 3, but I can definitely tell I like 1 and 2 way more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like the story and I like the characters, but as far as the game itself, I'm like, yeah, 1 and 2 are head and shoulders better than this one.
Indeed.
And I'll be hitting on that when I do my Let's Play.
Nice.
Previously on Silent Hill.
I kind of want to, at the very end, do a Supernatural style intro for the finale.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I did one for Onimusha 2 way back in the day, and it got hit with a copyright claim. I'm like, well, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Took me like 2 hours to do a 2-minute video sequence to put everything together, and then YouTube was just like, nope.
This looks like a human breeding ground.
Yeah, it looks like such a sexy area.
Ah, yeah.
Them sexy times.
Yeah, just want to hang out there and breed.
Yeah.
Have one of Stewie Griffin's sexy parties.
Well, if you think about it, it would be easier for the humans to breed than for the robots to create themselves if you keep like the infrastructure getting destroyed,
Yeah,
because
very
that could
true.
lead to the Terminators, like as Chris was saying before, that like sending the T-800 back was like a last gasp kind of thing. It's like if they don't have the access to, if they're having to juggle between making robots to kill people or making robots to build other robots, and if they can even get the resources to get to that kind of point, it's like maybe I should send a robot back to kill some kill some people to make sure that I don't run into this fucking problem.
That's where they need Jean-Luc Picard to come in and negotiate a ceasefire and a truce and all that.
Yeah.
There is a timeline continuity where the Resistance and the Terminators came to a truce. Well, with Skynet, they negotiated
cool.
a peace.
Is this in a comic?
It's in one of the comics. Yeah, we're at the next
Ha,
Easter egg.
knew it.
Oh, cool.
Alright, let me get the right weapon out. And let's let me. This is probably gonna get this video copyright claimed right here.
You might have to mute the audio for it.
And there's the shotgun.
Oh, cool.
We're in the Tech Noir bar. And,
Nice.
where is it? You can actually go to the entrance where the Terminator came in. So it could come through here. So it walks like walks past. She goes, "Hey, that guy didn't pay!" Pushes the guy's hand, comes in. So he's looking about. There's all the dancers and whatnot. Sarah's probably sat about here, because the bar's here, and she sees Kyle over there, doesn't she? So that's where like she drops the Canada Dry. So it like walks around like la 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 la. Then he sees her and he comes directly for her. That's when Kyle sees the Terminator and they start the big shootout. Alright, let's get out of this copyright infringing area.
Yeah, you can do some editing to probably prevent that.
Yeah, but that's secret number 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
He was telling me about these all yesterday or the day before. I forget when the last time we talked.
Alright. Ooh, there's humans about. A lot of humans.
Oh boy.
They've all got plasma weaponry.
Oh, yeah.
I forget, Chris, did you do RoboCop versus Terminator?
No, that was Jimmy.
Oh, okay. I want to say it was a Genesis era game that tried to tie in continuity between Terminator and RoboCop.
Be an interesting one to kind of do.
There's 2 different versions of that game. Well, 3 if you sort of count the Master System version, which is just basically a watered down version of the Mega Drive one.
Right.
But the SNES version actually tries to tell a story.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Which one did Jimmy play?
he played the Mega Drive version,
Oh.
and there's a bit of Mode 7. Ooh, canister grenade, sweet. Is this the Oh, there's a scavenger's hideout right there. But we're also near another weapons cache. Oh yeah, and there's 50% off shoes there. Pre-nuclear Holocaust sale. Get it while they last.
Before they're incinerated.
Alright, let's see. I'm never that.
Okay. with all the different kind of timelines, there's got to be one where Skynet started the war because of shitty sales. Like, no, it's not because you tried to destroy me. It's just those are shitty shoes. They aren't 50% off. They jacked up the price, and then they made it look 50% off. You bastards.
This
Well, how about this one? Play off of that. How about there was a video game he was really looking forward to, but it was sold by EA, and he found out half the content was locked behind a paywall.
microtransactions.
Burgers and cans.
Yeah.
Burgers
Ah.
and cans. What
I-
the fuck?
I always
So
knew EA
Skynet
would
ends the
stab
world
your
because of E
pockets.
EA.
Yeah.
So
That.
we're coming up.
But see, all right, we'll go even a little bit further. It was looking forward to the game, and it had to play test the games for EA. EA was using AI to, quote unquote, test their games, and they're like, "You bastards, fuck you."
See, we're coming up with some good game ideas here.
I like the fact you don't really have to go down the sites with the Terminator because it's basically a walking turret.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they like to move these scavenger locations.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, well, it keeps it
Yeah.
interesting on multiple playthroughs.
Yeah.
Right.
So does the main game take place during this dystopian future, or is it during regular?
Oh,
Times.
all in the future.
Okay.
This mission has a reason that ties into the first movie. That you
Okay, I think
Terminator-
you told me about that, so we'll see that later on.
Yeah, well, don't want to spoil it for Master G.
Or the people watching.
Yeah.
Let's not forget. I mean, granted, we're the important ones here, but you know, the people watching too.
Whenever this goes up. Alright, nothing else up here. I found another pipe bomb. I'm very wary of the grenades.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Like,
That- I've killed myself enough times with grenades or grenade launchers.
that happens a lot in first-person shooters, yeah, so I do not blame you on that.
And especially since you've only got one life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't find that Sarah Connor bloody graffiti. When you want to find something, you never can find it, can you?
Right.
Hope.
Aha! The second weapons cache. What have we got in here? The M134 minigun and the plasma minigun. Now, them two weapons are of note as well. This one is the one the Terminator had when he went into the Resistance base and started gunning everyone down. And that's so we'll get a look at them. That's like from T2. This is the one he had in the movie. Ah, we've missed the radio station. Better stop those Resistance from calling in Skynet locations. I'll get everything out here. Do his job.
Well, you're kind of coming back, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you hear any of that, Chris?
I don't know. Did the voice chat cut out?
We couldn't hear you, and the video froze.
Oh, dang.
So the last like 2 minutes, that's why we were quiet. If you didn't hear us talking.
All right, I thought you were just listening. As I said, this gun here is the one the Terminator used in the Resistance base in the movie,
Oh, sweet.
and that one, not that one. That one's from T2.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a radio transmitter with Miss back here.
Radio. What's going on with that radio?
I wonder if it's Radio Gaga or Radio Goo Goo.
So, Master G, that was a Silent Hill reference, the radio comment I made there.
Okay.
I just point that out because I know you haven't played those games.
Yeah.
And mine was a Queen reference.
I got the Queen reference. I got
yeah,
that.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm glad you pointed that out because I had no idea. So that works out. I don't know a whole lot of Queen songs.
Yeah, some of them you are just like, what the hell? Like, you wouldn't. Not that they're bad or anything, but you gotta have to go out of your way to like listen to them.
Are they kind of like you have to be in the right mood to listen to them?
Yeah.
Okay. At least with Bohemian Rhapsody, it seems like they're going for a very theatrical sort of sound.
Oh yeah, they went for an operatic kind of thing with that one. That was a very kind of specific kind of thing that they did with Bohemian Rhapsody. And then they've got a song about fat bottom girls and a song about bicycles. Yeah. I think you'd like that one if you have not. Okay, fat bottom girls would really be up your alley, Beaver, if you have not heard that one.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
No, it's just a really good rock song talking about girls with big butts.
Nice. No, there was this boss I had at my job one time, and it was one of those situations where I got to know way too much about this lady. And at one point, yeah, you can already kind of see where this is going. But at one point, we're at some kind of meeting. I don't know what it was, but they had snacks. So I was sitting there trying to pick up some snacks, and I don't know what she started in on, but then she says to me, "Oh yeah, you're gonna get a big one, huh? Just like you like them big girls." And I'm sitting here like, why is she saying this to me in the middle of a freaking thing where anybody could hear her saying this?
Yeah, that's definitely weird, especially if like, how would she even like know? It'd be like, how? Like, how are you even drawing that from me just getting a snack?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't believe I've ever expressed interest in big girls. You know, not really my preference. No offense to anybody who likes them, but just not really my preference. So I was like, okay, if that's where we're going for a joke, okay, cool. But I'd rather not do that in front of like a bunch of other coworkers.
Oh yeah, I totally get that. That's always weird.
Yeah. There's some worse ones, but I won't say them on Chris's video.
Alright.
But yeah, you'll have to look through some of Queen's kind of catalog, or I'll have to like bring them up.
Okay.
They've done quite a few movie soundtracks as well.
Yeah. Oh, Flash Gordon.
Highlander.
Oh, really?
Hey. I Want to Live Forever, that's one of theirs.
Okay.
Born to be Kings, We're the Princes of the Universe.
I like that they even have the sound effect of the laser from the second movie.
Aye.
I love attention to detail like that.
Oh, me too.
I never played this myself, but did any of you guys play Alien Isolation?
Yes.
Yes, I actually have that, yeah.
How did y'all feel as far as like them trying to keep continuity of the universe or the look and feel of the universe?
Oh, that's one of the big aspects that I'd say that they really nailed. Now, granted, then getting into certain game design decisions is where it gets kind of muddier, but them actually trying to connect it with like Ripley's daughter and making it look and feel like the universe worked very well.
I saw a Let's Play.
That I would definitely be like, yes, if that was their objective, they nailed it.
Nice. Yeah, I saw a Let's Play from a YouTuber I watched a few years back, and that's what he was saying about the game. At the time, I hadn't really seen those first two movies in a long time, so I couldn't really tell for sure if that's what they were doing, but it seemed like from what he was saying that, they had got everything down, so that's why I figured I'd ask you guys. If y'all
They
thought they
definitely
nailed it.
went with the first one. Second one's
Yeah.
more kind of action oriented.
Right.
Only thing I didn't like is you could get killed while trying to save.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Seriously.
brutal.
Yeah, I'd recommend you playing it. However, like that kind of issues pop up and you could like save and the aliens nearby and you got fucking problems there, bro. Like,
Oof. God. Yeah, I'm not really a run and hide game type player.
exactly. That's kind of my issue with it as well. Like if I ever did something talking about it, I'd be like, I'm not really that much into this kind of game, so that's why I'm not like super over the moon over it.
Yeah.
Because you can't kill the alien, you can like scare it and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but
once you
if
get
it's
that
coming,
flamethrower,
yeah,
it is more is more likely to run away when you shoot a few balls of flames at it. But I won't spoil the twist of the game for you.
I mean, I've seen a Let's Play, and both of you
Ah.
have played it, so we're good.
yeah.
It's just if you want to spoil it for the viewers or not, which, it's a pretty old game now.
Yeah. Well, if
Yeah.
anyone hadn't seen it, I won't spoil it for them because I'm nice.
Okay.
Another scavenger base.
My only rules in doing a Let's Play is I don't want to spoil the game I'm playing, and if it's part of a sequel, I don't want to spoil future games in the series. Beyond that, I don't really care.
Mm.
I usually try and shout like when I'm doing a spoiler, put it like explicitly, like
Spoiler warning! Spoiler warning!
Yeah. Well, a lot
Pretty
of the
much.
stuff. Well, a lot of the stuff you review is pretty current stuff, so I completely understand why you'd want to be like, yeah, spoiler
Mhm.
warnings for this.
yeah, that's
like,
why I put it in the title and everything, because usually
Yeah.
when I try and like review it or talk about it, I have to delve into something like in the story or in that the character's doing to explain why I didn't like it or why I loved it or why it did work or didn't work.
oh, I heard something interesting about Critical Drinker. At least somebody's take on him recently.
Yeah.
This guy was talking about how he can't stand his videos and how it's like he's so vague. You never really get the sense of what he actually thinks about something in his reviews. And then he talked about how he's heard this guy on streams talking to people, and he's apparently really knowledgeable, or he sounded really entertaining, and he liked kind of the way the guy is on stream, but not in his videos. Which I thought, I've never seen one of his streams, so I don't know. But I thought that was a really interesting take.
Well, that does kind of happen because sometimes when you're doing a review and you kind of can it, you do it in a kind of different style than what happens when you're streaming it, because you might just be going on a flow of conscious and you're like, hey, you're going somewhere that you normally wouldn't if you scripted it out.
Yeah.
And that's why I try and keep myself. That's why I don't really script out my reviews that much. I might have a general outline in my head, but sometimes I go to certain places that just I wouldn't even think of,
Singing.
or go into details that I didn't even remember until I made some other kind of connection just off the top of my head, and then it just
Yeah.
dominoes into there.
Right.
So I totally get that being a different style of like him making his videos versus him doing his streams.
Well, and I know you and I have shared back and forth a few of his videos, and yeah, I can say I'm not really a big fan of his reviews either. I've never heard him on stream, so I don't know how he sounds there. But I mean,
Me neither.
It sounds like he kind of has the same shtick and the same comments with every review. So it's kind of like, oh, okay. So when he picks a film, it's kind of like, oh, I already know exactly what he's going to say.
Exactly. That's kind of the problem that I started noticing with the patterns that he had. It's like, okay, not that you could completely time your watch by, but if you're like, okay, we're at this point in the review, this is what's going to happen. And you know what I mean? And it just happened over certain kind of reviews. It's just like, oh, okay. And I don't mind that, like, sometimes certain movies or certain things within certain series could have the same kind of problems. However, I get bored of that sometimes where I'm like, okay, I've already said that they've had this kind of problem. There's only so much I can say on it.
Well, for
Like
you,
Supernatural.
season 15 was like the hardest one in the world because it's like, yeah, how do you say the same thing in different ways to keep it interesting?
Exactly. That was one of the things, though. Granted, sometimes they would make a choice that would break my brain, and then I wouldn't. I'd just be like, "Yep, I'm hurt right now. I'm just sitting in this corner, just
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
yeah, thinking about the lore implications. Like that. That'd be like if we had a Terminator thing that happened, and for some reason one just starts shitting out enchiladas for no fucking reason. It's like, oh, that's happening.
Yeah.
That's just there.
To describe this for you, Chris, well, basically, he would review it. We both watched it, and our comments, I think, kept us both sane going throughout that season. It was
Nice.
it was kind of like one of those horribly done seasons where they would bring up plot lines. You would think, oh, this is supposed to be important, and then either in the next episode or the one after, it gets retconned or it's not important, and there's like no cohesion to the story whatsoever. If you can imagine that happening.
Our discussions did keep me sane on that one.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's a good job. Now, if you've noticed, we've also picked up the grenade launcher from T2.
Nice.
Yes,
Ooh,
I did see
sweet.
it.
This bugger is the one that killed me.
Oh,
Because I got too
bastard.
I launched it at a group of resistance members, but I was too damn close to the explosion.
Oh. Well, it's worse if you're like peeking through a wall, but you're too close to the wall, so it hits the wall instead.
Yep.
that is what I always hate when trying to figure out distances in certain kind of first-person shooters like that. It always gets nutty. It's like, well, I accidentally blew myself up.
Yeah, and with this game, one life.
Yeah. That's the thing I love about the original Resident Evil games. Rocket launcher did not hurt you. So a zombie could be right up next to you, and you could shoot it with the rocket launcher, and you're fine.
Yeah.
See, that works if it is like consistent throughout the whole game. Like normally, if you're trying to go as like realistic as possible, and you try and set it up as a realistic world, then I'd kind of have a problem with it. But it depends upon how much of a level of a problem. Like if I'm trying to blow up a zombie and I've like gone through that game multiple times and got that rocket launcher, I don't really want to accidentally blow myself up. I want to blow up a fucking zombie because I got a fucking awesome ass rocket launcher.
Yeah, and I think that's how you do it. I think you have to beat the game, depending on which game you're talking about. And of course, Chris will know all about most of these original games, but I think it is some sort of an achievement for beating the game under a certain time period or with a certain rank. It depends on the game.
Yeah, it's under a certain time. Resident Evil 2, you needed a rank.
But yeah, I liked that you could do that and not blow yourself up.
Yeah.
Any more humans? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
to the left.
Ah.
Or behind you. I think those are what those arrows are showing.
Oh, there's one down here. Ah, there they are.
I love that switching between the infrared and the regular. I know we talked about that earlier, but it actually makes me think of the movies where you see like the normal environment and then occasionally you just see Terminator vision and it shifts between that. I think it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Right. There's a fallen Skynet unit near here as well. But first things first, there's a downed HK here.
Ooh. Now, Chris, I know you and I have talked about it. Have you ever seen the TV show that had that chick from Game of Thrones in it?
The Sarah Connor Chronicles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Oh god.
I have to quote Resident Evil here. Chris, don't die!
Good
Can
one
I
there.
play?
It's just very fitting that his name and Redfield's name are the same. So it works perfectly.
I go around punching boulders.
Gotta work out somehow.
I'd love to see you do that and you're like, this isn't moving at all!
That would be great.
Yeah, and I know what happened with Chris and that boulder. It started in Resident Evil 1 when he got chased by one.
Ah, that would do it.
Yep.
Alright, TechCom checkpoint cleared. Now back to that downed HK. Now no one's going to be shooting at me. Because we have to download its hard drive.
Ah,
See
and
the
scavenge for supplies, I assume.
Yeah, see, look, the Resistance took its memory drive.
Filthy humans, always taking things that don't belong to them.
Yeah, that's Skynet's perfectly good killing machine, and they were messing with it.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, there's another friend. It was actually my college buddy. We shared a room dorm with this one.
Oh,
So if you
What
don't know,
would Terminator College look like?
I don't- if you don't
kind of
know,
wouldn't really serve a purpose because you could just upload any information you need them to have into their CPU or whatever, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
every machine's fully automatic battlefield veteran
Yeah.
from coming off the production line. But what I was referencing there was, do you remember the T2 ride they used to have at Universal Studios?
I think so.
There was a reference on that line because Schwarzenegger filmed some footage for that, and he kills a Terminator. He goes, "Yeah, he used to be my college roommate."
Okay.
It's cool to learn.
Yeah.
Ooh. Took out that human sniper. Yeah, when you're playing as the human character in this game, going up against Terminators is not advisable, especially at the beginning of the game when you haven't got a weapon that can take them down.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
They're savage.
It's simple. You name your character Forrest, so you can say, "Run, Forrest, run."
Yeah, there's a ton of references in the main game as well.
Oh, cool. I look forward to seeing what those are.
Yeah, that's the main objective. So we've done everything else except for the fallen infiltrator and the resistance scientist before going after the main objective.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Good
Yeah.
God.
This is
Yeah.
pretty savage.
See, at least these side objectives make sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's value add, and it gives you lore and cool callbacks,
Yeah.
and it they make sense.
I take it Yakuza is not making sense with its side objectives.
No, it isn't. Like, it's really weird to like go through that series and see how much better it's gotten to certain degrees, but how it's like they should have just done the side content and stuff as the main content. Like, I can't say that with these. These actually funnel in and do what they're supposed to with adding value to your main quest. Whereas there,
Which is what you want.
exactly. Whereas sometimes with certain side quests, I'm doing all this other stuff and I've almost forgotten what the fuck the main quest was.
Yeah, I never understand that in games whenever they do that, where the side stuff has nothing to do with the main game. I think Evil Within 2, for example, is probably a bit in the middle, where there are times where the side quests feel a little bit out of place, but at the same time, for the most part, they feel true to the world, like the guy who just wants to get out of STEM, and you gotta help him.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That the Evil Within's is a good example of being in the middle. It doesn't completely get it right, but it's at least connected enough like you said, the dude who wants to get out of STEM, where it makes sense because it's like, hey, this is kind of a fucked up place. I kind of want out of here.
Yeah. I'm going to take my 1 in 4 chance that I'm going to survive this.
Yep.
Which apparently he got out, and I didn't realize that when I played the game.
There's more humans about.
Ooh.
Yeah, you just
Where are
gotta watch your health, because they're being a bunch of dicks.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I mean, granted, your main objective is to kill them, so granted, it's almost like it makes sense. It's warranted.
It's war.
But for a gameplay perspective, it's like one life.
Yep.
I can't hear any more of them. Any valuable documents on these guys? You know.
Ah!
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Of all the worst kind of things.
I like with the repairing,
Wow.
it references T2 as well.
Yeah, that is cool.
There you go. Now, if
Yeah.
that had killed you, I would have called unmitigated bullshit on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I was far enough away at that time.
God. And I forget, are we in main objective mode, or are we still doing a side thing?
This is still a side objective. We're hunting down the resistant scientist
Okay.
that's in here.
I guess it makes sense he would be guarded really
Yeah.
heavily.
And the scientist is also a reused asset from the main game.
Okay.
It's the same scientist you meet in the main game. It's more
Oh.
humans.
So I guess
how-
this is what happens to him.
Well, yes, I think we're actually in that. We're in one of the resist, because it was down in one of like these bunkers in the game. It very rarely went out of the bunker.
Ah.
Because he was a scientist. And we've still got one more secret to get. Yeah, I've still got 10 repair kits, so I'm alright.
Okay, I just didn't know if you accidentally hit it because button-wise. No, I agree with using that.
Yeah.
There's a scientist. Resistance laptops. Early 90s models.
And what are they loaded with? Porn.
Yeah. Oh, look.
I wonder if those old laptops could actually run that.
Yeah. This is the
Yeah.
Infiltrator from the main game.
Oh, cool.
That's hunting your character. And we get another repair kit there.
There you go.
Right.
I have a friend who was asking me if I was going to buy on Switch. Apparently, they have an updated new version of Oregon Trail, and I was sitting here like, "Well, how much is it?" And they're like, $30. I'm like, "No."
What?
I'm like, "I'm not paying $30 for Oregon Trail. Like, $1 is about how much I would pay for that."
Yeah.
I've just
Chris, did you ever play Oregon Trail?
No. I've heard of it.
I think it. Okay, I think it was a standard computer class back in like the '90s, like game people played.
Yeah, we had Duckling's Dilemma over here.
Okay, so that must be a country thing too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've
so
heard
over
of
here
it.
we had. Okay, but yeah, apparently they released a version for the Switch, and yeah, $30. I'm like, I can't imagine what they could have done to that game to justify it being $30.
We're gonna kind of see this to see if they.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm curious.
We've only one thing left to do now. hit the main base and take them notes.
What about that secret you have to find?
Oh yes, and the secret, but we're not far from that secret.
Okay.
Cool.
And I've got turned around.
Oh shit! They got like art
There.
and shit. Like
Yeah.
it's not just rights. Like, huh? Yeah, if it was like the old school kind of thing, I definitely would have called bullshit on that. But they actually added character models and shit.
Okay.
Now you can get.
They're great.
You can die
Yeah.
from diphtheria in HD.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's always like you have to cross the river, and it's like you lose like half your stuff and half your people every time.
Man, I remember playing that. It's nuts.
Yeah.
There's another fallen comrade.
Well, I'd like to say he'll be missed, but chances are you're going to take out everybody who knows him, so
Hmm.
probably not going to be missed.
We're back near Tech Noir.
Just remember that for any copyright.
Yeah.
We need to
Well,
find.
I think if you just...
Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think if you clip the video, there might be a few things you can do with that section.
Mhm. We're looking
It,
for.
it depends. Is our commentary track on the same video, or is it a separate track?
I've separated the tracks.
Okay, yeah, then you can definitely fix it in the video so that nobody hears it. And you won't get a copyright.
Yay.
Now, I don't know how to do that in Sony Vega because I've never used it.
I'll figure it out.
But yeah, there is a way to mute it. Like you can just kind of cut the clip that you want and then just mute that section of the video.
Ah, here we are.
I've had to do that in some videos just because I knew there were going to be copyrights. My endings to Fatal Frame 2 and 3, I had to do that because they play some Japanese anime sounding song. And I was like, yeah, I've already seen other people have copyright issues with this. I'm just not going there.
Ah.
Always
good idea.
iffy there on different countries' copyrights and everything like that. That's why it's hard on certain kind of like Nintendo ones because of how nutty Nintendo is on certain things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a dude I watch who did Fatal Frame 2 and 3, and I had to get a VPN to watch his finales for those two games.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, I
Here
was
we
getting
are.
it for another reason. I just happened to be that I could then watch those videos.
Yeah.
The last secret's in here. In this building. I'll just have to
Okay.
remember exactly where it is. Because you have to bust through a wall to get to it.
Ah.
Oh.
And not accidentally use a health item in the process.
There. And because you're a Terminator, you don't have a problem busting a wall down. Fine, I'll just jump down there. I was looking for a certain bit of machinery. There it is. Okay, there's the wall.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Another plasma rifle. But what we're actually looking for, this is the last secret. The HK Centurion.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
Alright, that's all the secrets in this Let me just throw away older gun. That one. And pick up that one now.
So as long as he survives the main quest, then it's going to be a 100% run.
Alright.
Nice.
Which I hope to God you survive the main quest, because I'm not sitting through another attempt.
Right. So the resistance hideout's over near Technoir this time.
Oh,
Apparently. So it wasn't there last time. They keep moving it.
because you keep finding them.
I think like every time you play this, it's like a slightly different timeline. Because they keep going back in time and changing things.
I think it'd be cool if they had a destroyed semi from the first movie.
Oh, that would be cool.
Or even the second one. That's right, they had a semi in the second one too, didn't they?
Oh yeah. Have I got there? Oh yeah, I'm trying to run through a dead end.
I do have that Tech Noir song stuck in my head now, though.
Yeah. You got me burning. You can't copyright me if I'm singing it.
I was waiting for him to sing. I knew he was going to do it if I brought that up.
Yeah.
You just took a little longer than I expected you to, that's all.
Ah. Right. Resistance headquarters.
Resistance is futile.
You know what? I'm gonna
What if
heal
we
up
have
just a little
cookies?
bit more.
Well,
And then the
cookies are
board's like,
perfect.
all right, you're good.
That reminds me of that animation. I once thought it was like there's a semi there, but it's the wrong type of
Ah.
one. It was like night shift, and they defeat the Borg by getting one drunk. Because if one's drunk, they're all drunk. Alright,
Nice.
so it's definitely around here somewhere.
I saw a cool one. It was
Right, it's at the other side of that wall, innit? It would be.
I saw a cool video. It was an animated thing where it was kind of going over like the good and the bad about Star Trek versus Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it was very impartial. Like they were legit bringing up legit points for both. Like they weren't hating on either one. And it was Picard on the bridge of the Enterprise D talking to Darth Vader, and they're just kind of going back and forth. And it's funny because Picard's going on about how all you guys have is magic, and then you see Q pop into the background and then like wave his finger and then pop out again.
There we are. We finally made it.
Nice.
This place is like.
It's so funny because then at some point, I don't remember what Darth Vader says, but Picard's like, "We have action," and then Data's like, "By the way, Captain, will you be attending my poetry reading later on this evening?" He's just like, "God damn it!" Apparently, I didn't see this, but apparently Riker, who was silent the whole time, was just giving a bunch of funny reactions to things in the background. I'll have to see if I can find that video.
That was pretty funny.
Ah, got him off that bloody midi-gun at the back. Oof.
Nice.
They were doing some damage, him.
Yeah, there's many guns will do that.
Yay, we finally breached the resistance hideout.
Can't be having these people all resisting.
Yep. Get these guys intel. I bet there's more down here, isn't there? There will be. What intel you have? Aha! I like how they know I'm there before I even breach the door, going Terminator.
Yep.
Yeah, you would think they would have to see you first to know. But I guess they could hear you shooting at people into the other room.
Yeah. But they're very quiet until you like literally breach the door. Any more in here? Yeah, I can shoot faster than you guys. I've got the reactions of a machine.
Texas Cowboy.
Ah, a
I
Texan.
don't know where that came from.
What about a Texan Terminator?
Sure, why not? Texan Terminator, Cowboy.
Nice. Looks like there's gonna be another door to breach there. Oh look, they were sleeping in here. It's like you got like two's got beds and one's poor bugger has to sleep on the floor. Right, I'm gonna
Oof.
heal up before I breach that next door.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
I've still got 9 heal kits, so I've got
Not
more
bad.
than enough. Take that, Reese.
Is that Reese shot?
I don't know, I doubt it. Wait,
You'd be breaking continuity.
Yep.
but I'm a Terminator, so I'm not gonna be bothered if I take out Reese. That means we win the war.
True. But do they? I don't think they know that, or they would have taken him out, made him the target, which would have saved them a lot of trouble. Actually.
And you can't believe that Terminator. What's it called?
Oh God.
Yep.
Got him. Was it that Terminator? The one with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
'Cause
Salvation.
yeah, Reese is a target in that for some reason, and he shouldn't be, because the Terminators didn't know who his father was.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know there was an alternate ending to that film?
No, but I liked the alternate ending to Terminator 2, and I really wish they went with that.
Yeah. Well, do you want me to tell you what the alternate ending was?
Sure.
Right. At the end, John. No, when they give John Connor his heart transplant and that Terminator's not dead, and he because he's still a machine, isn't he? And he meets back up with him, and then he turns around and kills him, and it goes, "Oh, that was Skynet's plan all along, to gain the trust, just so he could turn around and kill him."
Mm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the police station.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be, but they said no, we can't do that.
Well, now if they're trying to preserve continuity.
Yeah. Anyone in
Of course,
here?
then they screwed that over in the next film.
Oh yeah, I've noticed in a lot of these films they're always trying to kill off John Connor. That started with Terminator 3. I was the Terminator that killed John Connor. But at that point in the war, what would the point have been? They lost.
I think it's funny because after a while you get like the TV show, or you get that weird, messed up alternate reality one, or even Dark Fate just seems to ignore everything that comes after too.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I like the idea of, okay, well, we realize people don't like these films, so we're going to ignore them, but then they make films people don't like too. So it's like, are you really helping?
Right. The thing with was it Dark Fate that I didn't understand. Why would the Terminator suddenly feel guilty about killing John Connor when he didn't have his chip reset from right only mode? Because Skynet didn't like him to do too much thinking.
Right.
Because Skynet was scared the Terminators would rebel against it. So it was scared of the thing that it did, that his own creations would do against him. Or the machine.
Where does it say that?
That it's implied when, because in T2, John says Skynet didn't want you to do too much thinking, and he goes no.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's
I remember the scene, but it wasn't in the original movie.
I
It
know
was
it was in it was in one of the director's cut edition, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah. So I haven't. So like I've seen that movie a bunch of times, but that particular scene I've only seen a handful of times
Yeah.
compared to the rest of the movie.
But in the main movie, it still implied the reset his chip because
Okay.
they still left that scene in Are We Learning Yet?
Ah, yeah. It makes whole lot more sense with that scene in there. I like that scene for the interaction between John and Sarah.
Yeah.
Like where he basically tells her, "Look, if I'm supposed to be this great leader, then maybe you should start listening to me every now and again."
Yeah, it's if his own mother won't listen to him.
Yeah.
Why would others?
Yep.
Right, that's the last of them. Now we'll find out why this bunker was so important.
I just love how Terminator 1 and 2 are so different from one another, yet they're both really good films.
And they both fit together.
Yes. And your stream stopped. Oh.
No, it was a loading screen.
Ah, okay. All of a sudden I was looking at Discord.
Yeah.
Father unknown, mother Sarah Connor. This is how. So this ties into the movie how they knew Sarah's name, and that was it.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yay, we did it. 142 humans terminated. Thank you all for watching this, and it's a goodbye from me.
Later all.
Goodbye.
And we'll see you again next video. Have a good day.